Green flag. Jeff Jones from that outside row picking up the early lead, but here comes Don Jensen in that number 23. And there's Tommy McKinley. Wow. McKinley fast off turn number 4. Trying to chase down Don Jensen. Over here in turn 1 now, coming off turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Problems for B.A. Jensen in the 123. Bringing up the tail end of the field and losing a lot more ground to the rest of the field. Jensen continues to lead. Don Jensen, the father of B.A. Jensen. And Tommy McKinley right there within a car length as they go into turn number 3. Pins it down to the bottom side of the racetrack. He's been good down there. 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go here in heat race. Oh, they touch. Don Jensen hits that right front of the 71M of Tommy McKinley. McKinley, another peek down to the inside. He's been really fast, pinching it down on the bottom side, coming off turn number 4 with a white flag in the air. 1 more lap to get it done. If you're McKinley, Don Jensen beats him to turn number 3. Now coming off turn number 4, your winner, the 23 of Don Jensen. Second spot, the 71M of Tommy McKinley. Third, the 711 of Jeff Jones. And fourth, the 84 of Tom Lorenz. That's the way they finish up heat race number 1 for your USRA factory stocks. USRA factory stock heat race number 2 with a call, Smoking Joe.
Perfect line there where Wes Goodwin will throw the green at them. They're going. I wouldn't say it was perfect, but it looks all right. All right, now that's a pack going into turn 1, wasn't it? Holy mackerel. Well, let's see what's going on here now. The 79B of Chris Bell. Rick Murray driving inside. A little door handle to door handle banging going on there. Coming out in the lead, it's the 8 of Rick Murray. Then you got the 79B of Coy. Wait a minute, of Coy, no. Chris Bell is in the 79B. Then you got Haslip in the 74. Kevin Haslip taking over that second position. Relegating the 79B of Chris Bell into that third spot. Then you got Shane Keene in the K13. Here comes Coy Bullard in the 72B. On the outside of the 22T of Robert Thomas. Oh, Rick Murray broke. The guy in the lead broke, so now it's a race for second, and the second turns into first. Kevin Haslip moves from third into second into first. In 1 lap now, he goes back to third. Oh, a little bit of banging. It's a 3-car race for first place. Coming out of turn 2. Haslip on the outside. Bell in the middle, then Shane King now. Pulled up into that third position. King coming underneath. They got 2 laps to go to figure this out. Looks like Haslip says he's taking over that lead. Second's going to be up to the K13 of Shane King and the 79B of Chris Bell. In fourth, all by himself, the 72B of Coy Bullard. Looking at the white flag this time, coming down the front straightaway, it's the 74 of Kevin Haslip. Shane King in that K13 trying to drive in on him, see if he can get up to him. Give him a race for that first plate, but Haslip's got a better gear coming off, and he pulls him a little bit coming off a 2 down the back straightaway. King drives in hard again. He's still trying. He's not giving up. King right on the rear bumper. Checker flag going out for the 74, Kevin Haslip. Second going to the K13 to Shane King. Third to the 79B of Chris Bell. Fourth to the 72B of Coy Bullard.
Clyde Dunn Jr. just that quick, jumps out to the point. Frank Rose in the 45 in second. .45J of Michael Jackson running in third, kind of washes out going up the racetrack over here. Tracy Adams in that number 4, the 477 of Tracy Adams, that big number 4 with a couple of 7s on it. As Jody Main also slipping under the 45J of Michael Jackson. Jody Main now up to 4th. Here in heat race number 1 for your White Horse Tuning and Dyno USRA Modifieds. Clyde Dunn Jr. out in front. Frank Rose running in second. Jody Main now up to third. Tracy Adams in the 477 fourth. And Troy Tyndall in the 98 rounding out the top 5. Clyde Dunn Jr. checking out on the 45 of Frank Rose with 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go here in heat race number 1. White flag in the air for Clyde Dunn Jr. Checkered flag in the air. Clyde Dunn Jr., your winner. Frank Rose in the 45 going to finish in second. Here's Jody Main in the 27M finishing in third. Tracy Adams in the 477 finishes 4th. And rounding out the top 5, the 98 of Troy Tyndall. That's the way to finish up heat race number 1 for your White Horse Tuning and Dyno USRA Modifieds. USRA Modified heat race number 2 being pointed out to the track.
That's the way it is. We'll see what goes on, see how the start goes, see what happens. Pick you a number, pick you a color. that is all of that for the modifieds. Coming up next will be the Everclear Auto Glass Limited Modifieds.
That's your tentative lineup. You can see that 34 elected to go to the back. Who's scheduled to start at the front. We pulled him straight forward. Jeff Stroop, gets into Kirkendall. A little 3 wide, coming down the front straightaway. Oh, problems. Woo! Oh, almost. We're still green as Jeff Stroop strap goes around. And he pulls off the Speedway. The number 34 hitting the 12 over there in turn number 2. See a lot of damage to that car, but it seems to be running pretty good. Eric Luttrell in that number 11, also having some new right side sheet metal. Not lettered yet on that number 11 on the right side. Chase Raymond in the number 1 running in second. Chad Williams in the number 7. Oh, up in smoke. Chad Williams off the track over there in turn number 2. A little puff of smoke coming from the number 7. And he's parked. 2 laps to go, 2 laps to go. Heat race number 1 for your Everclear Autoglass USRA Limited Modifieds. Checkered flag. Your winner, Eric Luttrell in the 11. Chase Raymond, the number 1, comes home in second. So Ryan Purrier and the 51P finish in third, with the 33 of Pepper Kirkendall finishing in fourth. Everything unofficial coming from the announcer stand. Heat race number 2 for your Everclear Autoglass USRA Limited Modifieds out next.
Bro. Wally Beatty in the 75 out of Forney, and the 51X of Danny Florence out of McKinney. Bringing up the rear is the 25C of Cody Smith out of Kaufman, Texas. Joe Content pulling out to about a 6-car length lead there. Cody Smith trying to get the handles right on that thing back there in the 25C. Tommy Davis Jr. having something else to do tonight.
Kiddos here, you got to back away from the fence. Back away from the fence.
Hey, kids, back away from the fence. Kids.
Back away from the fence.
Hey, does anybody down there hear us?
All right, back away from the fence.
Oh, Cody Smith and Wally Beatty getting connected. We got a yellow coming out. Looks like Cody Smith.
Yeah, while the races are going on, we have to keep everybody away from the fence. Thank you very much.
Here we go. Joe Content. He's on it. It's time to go. Green flag. Joe Content pulling back out to about a 5-car length lead. You got Josh Graham in the 15, then you got the 5 of Brandon Williams, the 75 of Wally Beatty, then the 25C of Cody Smith, the 99D of Darrell Franklin, and Danny Florence in that 51X, bringing up the rear. 2 laps to go, 2 laps to go. Cody Smith has moved up into that 4th position. Now he's looking at the 5 car, see if he can take over that one. They'll be looking at the white this time. White flag out one more time. Cody Smith moving into that 3rd position, bringing out the checkered flag is West, throwing it to the 17 of Joe Content, 2nd to the 15 of Josh Graham, 3rd to the 25C of Cody Smith, and 4th to the 5 of Brandon Williams, Wally Beatty, and the 98 of, Daryl Franklin, sorry. Bringing up the rear there. I'll let Pete take this next one.
Wes is in the flag stand, looking him over. He likes it. Green flag out. Kenneth Reed in the number 36 leads them off turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Matt Goswick in that number 67 runs in 2nd spot. 3rd, the number 22 of Scott Prather. Stephen Ashcraft, already with a couple of wins on the season, runs in 4th in that number 56. Dustin Choate up to 5th in the 123. Two laps to go here in the 3rd and final heat race. For your Everclear Autoglass USRA Limited Modifieds. Now race for the lead, coming off turn number 4 down the front straightaway. White flag in the air. Matt Goswick right there on the back bumper of the 36. Reed gets a little sideways. Goswick goes up the racetrack. May not have enough time, enough racetrack left to make the pass. Here we go. Coming off turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Kenneth Reed going to hang on to this one. Wow. Matt Goswick finishes in 2nd, the number 67, 3rd. Scott Prather in that number 22, and 4th, the 56 of Stephen Ashcraft. And rounding out the top 5, the 123C, that's Dustin Choate out of Oklahoma. That's the way they finished the 3rd and final heat race for your Everclear Autoglass USRA Limited Modifieds. Next out on the Speedway is going to be the RadRides.com pace truck. It's sprint car time here at Devil's Bowl Speedway.
All right. All right, it's a green. All right, out front. 45 of Martin Edwards and the 16P of Matthew Holt, the 11P of Preston Peebles, the 4X of Heath Nestrick. Peebles trying to get underneath the 16P of Matthew Holt, and he does. Out front, the 45 of Martin Edwards and the 11P of Preston Peebles, the 15P or 16P of Matthew Holt. And then the 3 of Raven Culp, the 4X of Nestrick, the 15 of Kaluka, and the 09 of Kliss, in that order. Running pretty much the same, Edwards, Peebles. Oh, back on the back straightaway. That was exciting. I thought Holt was going to get up into the 3 of Culp. Culp comes on the outside to take over that 3 position. Now as they run, it's Edwards, Peebles, Culp, Holt, Kaluka getting way sideways. He thought he'd slow it down a little bit. All right, they'll be getting the 2 laps to go sign this time when they come around, I believe. Yep. It's Edwards, Peebles, Culp, Hope, Nestrick, Kaluka, Kliss. White flag out for Edwards. One more time around. Checkered flag coming out for the 45 of Martin Edwards. Second going to the 11P of Preston Peebles. Third going to the 3 of Raven Culp. Fourth going to go to the 16P of Matthew Holt. Then you got the 4X of Nestrick, the 15 of Kaluka, and the 09 of Kliss. And coming up for the second IMCA Racesaver heat, I'm going to turn it back over to the fast Greek himself, Pete Hronis.
Side by side coming off turn number 4. Russell Shoulders in the 11S. Austin Smith in that 18S. They race to turn number 1. Russell Shoulders using the top side of the racetrack. He started on the outside of the front row. Or excuse me, on the pole, but he decided to go to the top down there in turn number 1. Joseph Casper in that 24 looking pretty racy. Looking to the outside of the 63. Kevin Ramey driving the 5M up to 4th. Driving Chip Graham's car. Here comes Joseph Casper on the outside as they race for the top spot. Austin Mundy now with the spot. Russell Shoulders goes to second. Russell Shoulders fighting back on the inside into 3. Russell Shoulders, 72 years old, coming off turn number 4, back to the point. Austin Mundy in second. Mundy once again to the outside. Russell Shoulders holding him off. As David Burke in the 63 runs in third. Austin Mundy back to the point with Russell Shoulders in second. David Burke runs in third. Oh, spins right in front of Kevin Ramey. Both cars collected. Right here at turn number 2. Oh, watch out. Joe, I'm looking for a full moon. Do you see a full moon?
It comes in 3 days.
In 3 days.
3 days.
So is this like the pre-full moon?
Pre-full moon.
Man.
63 is done. Looks like.
So the 63 of David Burke getting sideways, collected the 5M of Kevin Ramey, of course, driving Chip Graham's car. 4 laps in. Orange cone out on the front straightaway. You got to go to the outside of the cone and the front straightaway wall. You can't go to the inside. You can't pass till you get past the orange cone. Austin Mundy's your leader. Russell Shoulders in that 11S running in second. Joseph Casper in the 24 running in third. Here we go. Green flag out. Austin Mundy opening up a big advantage on the 11S of Russell Shoulders. Joseph Casper in that 24 running in third. Kevin Ramey in fourth. White flag in the air. One more time around Devil's Bowl Speedway. Austin Mundy working through 3 now. Oh, Russell Shoulders up in flames. Little small fire on that 11S. As we checkered flag heat race number 2 with Austin Mundy, your winner. Joseph Casper finishes in second. Kevin Ramey in the 5M finishes in third. And Russell Shoulders with an expired motor in that 11S. Wow. Man, we are not short on action here tonight at Devil's Bowl Speedway.
All right, there's a slow pace. If they was going any slower, they'd have to put it in reverse. Green flag's out. Oh, and we get through turn 1 and 2 clean. It's a race down the back straightaway between the 1-0 of Oliver and the 10G of oh! And looks like that was the 2 of Tucker Dowdy. Getting in there a little bit out of sorts. That would be the, I'm trying to see what the other number is. 6M of Blake Mallory and the 2X of Tucker Dowdy. All right, here we're trying it again. Are we going to get it? Are we going to get it? It's go time. Man, that's hard on the car. Michael Oliver in the 1-0. Marcus Thomas in the 10G. Hunter blocks him on the outside in the 4B. Man, we got O's, B's, G's. We're everywhere in the alphabet tonight. Moving outside on the top side, it's the 4B of Hunter Bloxham taking over that lead with Marcus Thomas in the 10G coming into second. Oliver hanging on to third, but not for long. If that 45 car has got anything to say about it, Burkham has taken it. Now it's Bloxham, Thomas, Burkham, Mallory. Bloxham goes way high, opens the door for the 10G of Marcus Thomas, and that's all. You don't need to give Marcus much for him to take it. All right, it's Thomas, Bloxham, Burkham, Mallory, Oliver. Bloxham getting passed by the 45 of Burkham now. He lost some drive coming off of turn 2, and that gave the opening for the 45B of Burkham. Burkham has got his sights set on the 10G of Marcus Thomas now. That's some pretty heady sights, but he's fast. We've got a lap car coming up. Marcus Thomas better pay attention. 2 laps to go. Lap car on the inside, Marcus Thomas on the outside. Lap car moves to the top side. Woo! All right, Burkham moves around the lap car. White flag coming out for the 10G of Marcus Thomas. Second right now is the 45 of Burkham. Bloxham in the 4B is currently hanging on to that third position with the 6M of Mallory. In fourth, checkered flag coming out for the 10G of Marcus Thomas. Second going to the 45B of Burkham. Third to the 4B of Bloxham. Fourth to the 6M of Mallory. And we'll see if the 1-0 of Oliver is going to get past the line. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, man. DNF. All he needed was about another 30 feet. There's a little blue plastic line running underneath the racetrack right there. That's all he needed to get. Well, doggone it. Jeff Jones and Jeff Oster, the 2 Jeffs. Jeff Jones stomps on it. Oster's a little bit light on the throttle coming off of there. Oster's a rookie this year, so. And let's see, what are we doing? We're going yellow, cause all right, Jeff Jones in the 711. Said the 7-Eleven jumped. So they're going to try it again. They'll be looking for it somewhere in between. Here is the go zone. There it is. Green flag's waving. It's time to go. Oster gets a little bit better start that time. Good start for the rookie. Jeff Jones in that 7-Eleven. Then you got the 22J of Jerry Cowart. Outside of him, the 12 of Oster. Coy Bullard and the 17 yellow coming out. Well, what do we got the yellow for here? Well, what's the yellow for? Something up in the turn. Oh, he's up there in front of the wrecker. I see. The 8 car is up here behind the scoreboard that's not working tonight. That's why I wasn't even looking down there, because we've had some problems with the race pass part of that. And we're going again. Oh, right in front of us. Don't know what happened to Robert Thomas. No, excuse me, that Dustin Thomas. Oh, left rear axle come out of it. Yep, left rear axle's falling out. Oh, Shane King getting, whoa, let's 360 it. Come on, let's go. There it is. Shane King doing what's right in that K13. Out front, it's the 7-Eleven of Jeff Jones. Then Tom Lorenz in the 84, Don Jensen in the 23, Kevin Haslip in the 74, the 22J of Jerry Cowart, the 79B of Chris Bell, the 71M. Oh, and there's Jeff Oster in the 12 car. Go ahead and pull it out, Jeff. There you go. We're going to keep this one going tonight. Good job, Jeff Oster. All right, Tom Lorenz, he's got his sights set on the rear bumper of that 7-Eleven of Jeff Jones. He's intent on catching that car. Right now, it's Jones, Lorenz, Jensen, Haslip, Cowart, McKinley, Bell, Bullard, King. That's as far as I'm going. Tom Lorenz moving underneath the 7-Eleven of Jeff Jones. Trying to take over that top. Jeff Jones drives in hard. Is he going to hold it? No. Tom Lorenz in the 84 giving his passenger one hell of a ride. Now, as it stands, it's the 84 Lorenz, the 23 of Jensen, the 7-Eleven of Jones, the 74 of Haslip, 22J of Cowart, the 71M of McKinley. Haslip pounding on the rear bumper of that 7-Eleven of Jeff Jones. Oh, McKinley trying to get underneath the 22 of Cowart, to no avail. Tom Lorenz is out front, but man, Don Jensen in that 23 is going lap car. Robert Thomas getting in there. Oh, Jensen trying to get underneath too. No, he didn't make it. Down the back straightaway, it's the 84 of Lorenz. Going into turn 3. The 23 of Jensen right on his rear bumper. All right, it's Lorenz, Jensen, Jones, Haslip, Cowart, McKinley. Getting on the lap cars. Tom Lorenz diving underneath the 12 of Oster. All right, we're looking at 2 laps to go. Tom Moran says he's holding on. Jensen says, I'm coming. It's like Tom's got his rearview mirror on or something. He knows he's there. He pulls out a little bit. Coming into 3, they'll be looking at the white flag this time. Tom Moran's with a hard charging Jensen right on his rear bumper, looking at that white flag. Jensen bumping him hard, going into the turn, pushes him out of the way. The old bump and run. That was the bump and run from the 23 of Don Jensen. Tom is not going to get close enough to get a bump and run. Checkered flag coming out for the 23 of Jensen. Second going to the 84 of Lorenz. Third to the 711 of Jeff Jones. Fourth to the 74 of Haslip. Fifth to the 22 of Coward. Sixth to the 71M of Tommy McKinley. Seventh to the 72B of Coy Bullard. And none of that's official. All of that is unofficial. Everything you hear up here is unofficial until they get to the pay window. They still have to go to the scales, go through tech, all that stuff.
Your White Horse Tuning and Dyno. USRA modified feature fixing to go green. A little bit of beating on the back bumper, the 88 of Clyde Dunn Jr. from the 15 of Kyle Cave. Green flag out on your White Horse Tuning and Dyno USRA modified feature. Ho! Kyle Cave going around as we go yellow. We got 3, how many cars? 3 cars.
3 cars, the 15 of Kyle Cave, the 32 of Doug Burns. 84.
The 32 of Doug Burns, the 15 of Kyle Cave. And the 84X of Anthony Heflin, who we saw all that damage he got in the heat race. Looking good. Looks like the heat race. The lineup for the heat race, the 45 car. Ho! Caution once again on the Speedway. The 84X heading back out on the track.
Look at my right rear quarter.
And the 1H of Bradley Bracey out of Maybank. And Joseph Casper also getting some damage in that 50. Joe's up here saying, I worked on that all week. And that's what it looks like now. Brand new quarter panels on that 52 and got some creases. Joe, they just got some creases on them now. They got a little character.
Well, I was going to put a new spoiler on it this week. So that'll help that.
Watch the action turn. Let's see. We're good coming off turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Clyde Dunn Jr. You can see these drivers taking different lines down here in turn number 1 and 2, trying to find that little bit of moisture that's left in the racetrack. Clyde Dunn Jr. leads the White Horse Tuning and Dyno USRA modified feature. Of course, track champion in 2020 here at Devil's Bowl. Ho! Joseph Casper around turn number 1. Caution on the Speedway. We got one off the racetrack. Two laps in, 13 to go. Philpott jumps to the top side of the racetrack, looking for some moisture up there on top. Jody Main sits there on the bottom, the 45 of Frank Rose. runs in fourth as the 88 of Clyde Dunn Jr. out in front. Rusty Trevathan in the 751 exits the track at the entrance of turn number 3. Takes it in the top side, and the sprint car pits up there. We stay green. Clyde Dunn Jr. continues to lead with Johnny Philpott. And at number 12 running in second, the 27M Jody Main runs in third, the 477 of Tracy Adam in fourth, and rounding out the top 5 is the 45. Starting on the outside of the front row, the 45 of Frank Rose. Sixth spot, the 98 of Troy Tyndall. Halfway through the feature for the White Horse Tuning and Dyno USRA Modifieds. So the 84X of Anthony Heflin once again having problems over here in turn 2. Lights are out, looking for the green flag. West looking him over, he likes it. Green flag. Seven laps down, 8 to go. Here in the feature for your White Horse Tuning and Dyno USRA Modifieds. Woo! Little slide job there. As Clyde Dunn Jr. picking up where he left off. Brand new car for the 2021 racing season. Johnny Philpott giving chase to the 88 of Clyde Dunn Jr. Jr. still pulling away. The 27M of Jody Main runs in third with Tracy Adams in the 477 fourth. Frank Rose in that number 45 in fifth with Troy Tyndall in sixth. Seventh, the number 70 of Michael Rhodes. Two laps to go for Clyde Dunn Jr. A little puff of smoke coming from the 88. Looks like a little tire smoke from that number 88. White flag in the air for the 88 of Clyde Dunn Jr. Clyde Dunn off turn number 2, now down the back straightaway. Headed into turn number 3. Headed off turn number 4, checker flag in the air. Your winner, Clyde Dunn Jr. in the 88. Second spot, the 12 of Johnny Philpott. Third, the 27M of Jody Main. So your winner, there he is. Race fans, give him a hand. The 88 Triple X of Clyde Dunn Jr. Second spot, the 12 car of Johnny Philpott. The 27M of Jody Main finishes in third. Fourth, the 477 of Tracy Adams, and rounding out the top 5, the 45 of Frank Rose. Next up,
Everclear Auto Glass Limited Modified. We're going green. It's time to go racing. Joe Content jumps out again. Oh, Scott Prather decides to take a shortcut through the infield. Lost a few spots, so it really wasn't a shortcut, but at least he kept going. And look at him. He says, oh, I'm getting this one back. Pulls inside the 5 car of Brandon Williams. Out front, it's the 17 of Joe Content, but I'm telling you, on the outside in that 1 car, Chase Raymond is coming. Then here, Cody Smith in that 25C has moved up into the 4th position already and about to take 3rd from the 33 of Kirkendall. Kirkendall moves in behind the 25C of Cody Smith. Cody Smith taking over that 2nd position from the 1 of Chase Raymond. Cody Smith looking underneath the 17 of Joe Content. Joe Content holding up the 25C and the 1. Let's see what happens here. Chase Raymond on the outside. Cody Smith on the inside. 3 wide out of turn 2. Holding on to a short lead was the 1 car of Raymond. Now it's Cody Smith on the inside in the 25C taking over that lead. As they run right now, it's Cody Smith and the 1 in the 25C, the 1 of Chase Raymond in 2nd, the 17 of Joe Content in 3rd, the 67 of Matt Goswick now in 3rd. Content moving to 4th. Looks like Wally Beatty in the 75 car pulling off to the top side. He is broke. Cody Smith just running off from him. Moving out to about just almost a straightaway lead, the 25C of Cody Smith. Oh, looked like the 123. I don't know which Jensen. Dustin Choate in the 123C. Is that it? I don't know which one that is. Oh, and what is that? 51. No, 50. No, 50. 51P of Ryan Puyere, I believe, is what that is. All right, Cody Smith pacing them slowly. Green flag's out. It's time to go again. All right, they make it through turns 1 and 2 without any contact whatsoever. And as they come through, it's Smith, Raymond, Goswick, Content, Graham, Luttrell, Ashcraft, Prather, Reed, Williams, McGibney, Franklin and Kirkendall, Florence and Houck. Oh, looks like a right rear flat on the 51X of Danny Florence. He'll be pulling off. Oh. All right, track drying up just a little bit. My buddy Tracy Adams pulling into his trailer there after finishing a fine 4th in his first night out in the modified. Meanwhile, out front, it's Cody Smith. And when I say out front, I mean out front. Chase Raymond running 2nd, Goswick 3rd, Graham 4th, Ashcraft 5th. Tightly contested race for 6th between the 17 of Content and the 11 of Luttrell. 2 laps. 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go for the 25C of Cody Smith. White flag out for the 25C of Cody Smith. Lap car just about getting in the way there. All right, they're down the back straightaway. Into 3, out of 4, looking at the checkered flag. It's Cody Smith in the 25C. 2nd going to the 1 of Chase Raymond. 3rd to the 67 of Matt Goswick. 4th to the 15 of Graham. 56 bringing him 5th of Ashcraft. 6th going to the 17 of Content. Eric Luttrell in 7th, and I'm going to leave the rest of it up to the judges. Everything you hear from me is unofficial. Not official till they get to the pay window.
Two, 3 wide, 4 wide, coming off turn number 2. Side by side down the front straightaway. The 45, Martin Edwards out in front. The 16P of Matthew Holt running in 2nd. Austin Mundy now taking that 2nd spot away. Matthew Holt goes to 3rd. The 6M of Blake Mallory in 4th. A gaggle of cars sitting there in 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. Martin Edwards, your leader, into turn number 1. Oh, watch out. Martin Edwards opening up a pretty good lead on the 4 of Austin Mundy. Matthew Holt continues to run in 3rd. Blake Mallory in that 6M in 4th. Now Blake Mallory pressuring for that 3rd spot. Holt to the top side. Mallory to the inside. As Martin Edwards now catching the tail end of the field, coming off turn number 2. Martin Edwards continues to hang on to the lead. About a half a straightaway over the 4 car of Austin Mundy. And then it's quite a ways back to the 6M of Blake Mallory. And then Matthew Holt runs in 4th in the 16P. 5th, the 11P, Preston Peebles. 6th spot, the 10G of Marcus Thomas. 7th, the 5M of Kevin Ramey. As Martin Edwards runs the top side of the racetrack coming off turn number 2. Continues to clear lap cars. Martin Edwards working off turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Michael Oliver in the 1-0 directly in front of the leader. Oh! Got a little too close to that white tire down there in turn number 1. As Austin Mundy now only about 10 car lengths back in second. Blake Mallory continues to run in third. Woo, they are racing on this track. You can see the 45, that brake caliper glowing on the 45, which is Austin Mundy now closing in on Martin Edwards. Here they come off turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Joseph Casper off the track for the lead going into 3. Mundy down on the bottom, Edwards on top. Edwards continues to lead. Lap traffic directly in front of the leaders. Oh, watch out! The 6M getting sideways. Martin Edwards dives down to the inside. Austin Mundy right there in the number 4 as they come off turn number 4 down the front straightaway. The 4-car pair of 4s. The 4 of Austin Mundy trying to put the 4X a lap down. As now Martin Edwards again with about a 10 car length advantage as they go to turn number 1. Once again, some lap traffic right in front of the leader. Coming off turn number 4. 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go. White flag in the air for the number 45 of Martin Edwards. Coming off turn number 4 onto the front straightaway. Your winner, the number 45 of Martin Edwards. Second spot going to the 4 of Austin Mundy. Third, the 6M of Blake Mallory, and 4th, the 10G of Marcus Thomas. Whew! They were racing all over this track. Here's your winner coming off turn number 4, the number 45 of Martin Edwards. That does it for the race program here tonight at Devil's Bowl Speedway. Again, glad you came out. Next week, World of Outlaws here at Devil's Bowl Speedway. We're in Victory Lane tonight here at Devil's Bowl Speedway with our USRA factory stock feature winner. It's been 23 years since his last race. His number is 23 since the last win here at Devil's Bowl Speedway. He's in our Platinum Collision Victory Lane tonight. Don Jensen brings it home in the top spot, and it was exciting. He didn't lead until the very last lap, and he put the bump and run on the 84 going into 1.
Yeah, it wasn't intentional, but it did happen. And when
it wasn't intentional.
No, it wasn't. But when he went up and I went back to the bottom, I mean, I was on his bumper the whole race, it seemed like, and it was fun racing him. He passed me clean coming out of 4 down there, and I just stayed right with him. We got by the 7-Eleven, and it was just the 2 of us, and we had some fun.
It was the 2 of you, and yes, it was a great race from start to finish. And who are the sponsors who help you week in and week out on this ride?
I'm going to tell you, number 1, my wife. She sponsors me more than anybody else. Second is my son, B.A., and, you know, he wanted to get into this racing thing. We built a couple of cars, and here we are. I'm loving it.
Well, congratulations. 23 years since your last win. Congratulations on this one tonight.
We're going to celebrate tonight.
That's Don Jensen, your USRA factory stock feature winner tonight here at Devil's Bowl Speedway in the Platinum Collision Victory Lane. We're in victory lane tonight with our IMCA 305 Racesaver Sprint Car driver. The driver, the number 45, Martin Edwards, brings it home in the top spot. You led every lap, but it wasn't without a little bit of excitement when that 4 car, y'all were in some lap traffic, kind of get a little close to you.
Yeah, I wasn't real sure where Michael was going to go, and I knew with jacking around 2-3 laps with him that somebody was going to be coming. And when Austin peeked under me, I knew it was somebody. I didn't know it was Austin. It looked like a black car, and I was trying to go through my head of who started where and who it was, because trying to figure out where they were going to be running. Guys kind of get tendencies normally, so I was trying to think of who it was, and I wasn't expecting it to be Austin. So, but we were able to finally clear Michael and kind of set sail again, I guess. And Zach and Adam had this thing pretty well on rails all night. We didn't feel all that fast in hot laps. The car rolled around real nice, but we just didn't feel like we had any speed. And they said it's because we weren't tight enough. I wasn't having to manhandle the thing. So they tightened up all night, and it was the right call for sure.
Well, this racetrack seemed like there were a couple of grooves out there, bottom, top, pretty racy tonight.
Yeah, the thing started widening out a little earlier than the bowl typically does. And, yeah, it got racy. There's definitely two lines, kind of really more than that, because in lap traffic, if you lap cars where I wasn't really doing it, but you could turn off the cushion and drive back to the bottom and cross diamond the corner off and everything. So you could get creative if you needed to, and yeah, it was pretty racy, I guess.
It sure was. And who are the sponsors who helped you out? I know there's plenty.
Yeah, first Zach and Adam, they put in hours in the shop and away from their families, and then Saturday and everything, and they've really dug in and haven't like the last 2 years, and went back and we all three started doing homework and searching and trying to get back where we needed to be, and it finally happened. And so a lot of it, most of it's them. I was just lucky enough to drive it. But Tom Lawrence, Smiley's Racing Products, Jimmy Allard, and all the guys at Allard Machine Shop and Racing Engines, CSI Shocks helps, Hoosier, Schoenfeld Headers, Engler, Kaiser, Graham's Wrecker Service, Chip Graham and them helped me out. I'm sure I'm missing and forgetting somebody. Grandma and Grandpa, or I guess not Grandpa no more, but Grandma for sure.
He might be. I don't know. He might be.
So you say that. It was my wife's car's in the shop getting fixed from a couple of fender benders, and we've been driving the Lincoln. And,
oh, that was you in the Lincoln the other day.
Yeah, and so it when I was kind of doing some track stuff, it rolled up. It was kind of eerie. So, but it's all them guys over there. So, yeah, thanks to everybody that helps on this thing. It's really is a team effort, and they've stood behind us when we've sucked the last 2 years. So, told you a couple weeks ago it was coming, and we didn't like getting that win that way, and we proved it tonight.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, an emotional Martin Edwards in victory lane tonight here at Devil's Bowl Speedway in your IMCA 305 Sprint Car winner. We're in victory lane tonight with our Everclear Auto Glass USRA Limited Modified feature winner. Cody Smith brings it home in the top spot, driving the 25C here at Devil's Bowl Speedway tonight. Congratulations on a win. You had to work for it, though. You had to pass some cars to get up to the lead.
Yeah, we started back in 6th row, something like that. Kind of the seas parted right there. The first lap, it helped out. We got a lot of cars right there, and probably got up to about 5th or 6th right there on the first lap. And I was kind of relieved after that because the car's fast enough. I just didn't know if we'd have enough laps, and we got up there really quick. And like I said, the car's really fast. Robert brings a good car. He has good equipment. I've drove for him before, I just like to thank him for letting me drive it this weekend.
Yeah, how did that come about?
I would drive here and there, and I don't know. He's asked me before, and I've turned him down once, and I have my own cars and stuff like that, and I don't get tired of driving my own stuff. Sometimes I want to drive somebody's stuff that's faster. So so like I said, I don't know how many more races I get to run. Hopefully, I didn't get fired tonight. Hopefully, I didn't get fired, but we'll see, and we'll see how the rest of the season plays out.
Well, you put it in victory lane tonight. That's pretty good for the resume.
Yes, sir.
And who are the sponsors who help y'all out?
Oh, you have to look this side of the car here. He's got quite a few: Honeycutt, Santa Gravel, Smiley's Racing Products. He's got quite a few. Of course, he's not around, but definitely thanks to Robert and Shar Clark, and they gave me fast cars.
Well, congratulations on your win here tonight.
Thank you.
That's Cody Smith, your winner tonight here at Devils Bowl Speedway in the Everclear Auto Glass USRA Limited Modifieds. What a great night of racing action here at Devils Bowl Speedway. As you saw it, an emotional Martin Edwards in Victory Lane in the IMCA 305 Racesaver Sprint Cars. Also in the Everclear Auto Glass USRA Limited Modifieds, it was Cody Smith bringing home the top spot in the 25C. In the factory stocks, hey, it was 23 years since his last feature win here at Devils Bowl Speedway. Don Jensen brings it home in the top slot in the number 23. And then, of course, he didn't show up to Victory Lane, but the 88 XXX of Clyde Dunn Jr., the 2020 champion here at Devils Bowl Speedway, brings it home in the top spot. Next week, World of Outlaws here at Devils Bowl Speedway, along with your Everclear Auto Glass USRA Limited Modifieds.